Today is the, what is the date today? The 7th of April, and today I'm down the Blue Pool, Yateley at Cemex. We got here this morning. Took me about under an hour and a half to get here from Portsmouth, and we're talking to the lads who were here last week for a week, and they had 40 between them, including I think 6 or 8 30s, up to I think 35 was the biggest. So it's looking good, and a lot of the fish were at high 20s as well as mid 20s, so it's looking really good. The weather at the moment is starting to rain, and a little light drizzle, a northerly wind, but it's not cold at all, to be honest with you, and it's quite mild. It's been to stay roughly the same all week, which is quite reasonably mildish, like 13 to 14 degrees, odd patch of rain, cloudy, so it's not too far from spot on for this time of year. We had a walk around this morning when we got here, and there's only 4 of us fishing this year. We decided to have a little spread out a bit. It's basically one in each corner. I'm in the far right hand corner. I'm not quite sure what number swim it is, but it's looking good. Had a walk around. It's the first swim that kind of really stood out to me. Down my right hand side I've got 2 overhanging snaggy areas, and I've managed to cast one up. I've had a walk around there. It's really clear under the area, really gravelly, and I've put a bait in a PVA little stick mix with a tuna and stick mix and all crushed up boilies and stuff, cast to the area. It's quite deep, it must be at least, I don't know, 7-8 foot on this side, and I went around there and I scooped in a few handfuls of, or a few scoops of hemp, a few scoops of pigeon conditioner, and a few handfuls of boilies all over the area. So hopefully when the fish come in, they'll find it most appealing. My middle rod, I saw a fish crash out next to the island and bubble up, so I've put a bait, I cut a cast around that, and it's a nice kind of clearish area. So I've once again put a stick mix on that rod. A snowman set up on all 3 rods, and that one's cast out to that. With, once again, a few handfuls of boilies, all the throwing stick all around the area, a nice scattered effect. And then my left hand rod is basically a rod length out, if that, in front of me, in the margin. It shovels off really levels off really deep down there. It's pretty, at least, I don't know, 8-10 foot down there as well. And I've once again snowman set up, PVA bag for crushed up boilies, and a few handfuls of boilies crushed up, and a few scoops of particle, and scattered around the area. It's looking really nice. A few fish have been kind of top in, head and shoulder in, since I've been here, and it's looking promising. When I first got here, as I was setting up, I noticed a shoulder carp coming down my right hand side, basically where I'm fishing, and they were circling around, going back and forth, and I went and had a closer look at them, and a few of them were commons, a few mirrors, look mid to high 20s, not bad fish. But obviously with me casting around and haven't hit my pegs into a stone, because the ground's rock hard, they soon left the area. But since then I've seen a few more crews in the area, so it's only a small lake, I think no more than 4 acres, so they'll all come back for more, I reckon. So yeah, the lads reckon they had mainly all their fish during the afternoon or during the day, not many at night, which is nice. We get a bit of sleep in early morning. Hopefully the margin rods will start going. They also said that quite a lot of times they had double runs, and when one of their mates had a run, one of the other rods would go off as well. So they seem to kind of certainly get on the feed. There's loads of carp in here, so fingers crossed we shouldn't blank. So yeah, I'll now show you where I'm fishing. This is my swim, as you can tell, and my right hand rod is cast over there in the opening, which is a really clear area all down that margin, and I'm just next to that snaggy area. It's not really snaggy underneath, it's just on the surface, so it's perfectly safe to land the fish from. And that's when I walk round in, and I've seen quite a few fish cruise around the area, so there's definitely fish down there. They know, hopefully as soon as they kind of know bait's down there, they'll come back for more. Which is, it's quite annoying walking over there, the white cushy. The middle rod, like I say, I saw a fish crash out in line of the island, almost sort of dead on the island, kind of head and shoulder, and I've put a bait out there with a few boilies scattered around the area. The bloke who's fishing on the other side where Mark's fishing said he had quite a few fish fishing about a rod length off the island on the other side, so I'm hoping the fish will travel around the island. And that's my kind of middle water rod. And then my left hand rod is fishing literally just down there, 8-9 foot of water, and it's lovely and gravelly. The margins are spot on round here, and I'm hoping, supposedly early morning, the fish do come around early, you know, really closely, like literally, you know, a metre out, because it's so deep and gene clear. They'll come around and hop and look for food. So yeah, it's still raining a bit, and the rods are now out. All rods are backleaded up, fine backlead, so hopefully it's so gene clear the fish might get spooked, but yeah, it's now a matter of waiting for the fish to oblige and give me a belter. It's now just about to go 20 past 7 on the Saturday evening. Not any action for me today. Most excitement I've had today is about half an hour ago, my right hand margin rod fished next to the snaggy area. I had a massive flume bubbles over it for about 5-10 minutes and it stopped. I mean, there's a fair amount of bait down there. I put about a third of a kilo boilies and a good few scoops of like hemp and a mixed particle. So there's pretty enough food down there to kind of keep the attraction for a while. I'm hoping my short little rig, when they go down there, they'll be scooping around, mouthful, hardly move much, and give me a belter. So yeah, that's about that. I changed my middle rod setup because, I mean, when I first got down here, I just wanted to kind of add a little quick cast around, and that's really it, and left it at that, because I mean the fish were moving around a bit. So, but instead of wasting time and waiting until tomorrow or the day after, I had a little kind of play around with my braided rod, just with the lead on the end, and found a clearer area close to the island, right up to the island, and then I attached my weed rake and spent about 15 minutes just raking the area in front of the channel, about, I don't know, the length of the channel, the length of the island, which is probably about, I don't know, 8 metres, all around the area. And that means if it starts producing that one rod area, it's actually producing quite a lot, I can put 2 rods on it and the area is pretty much clear. So yeah, I recast out a PVA bag, so hopefully looking spot on the little kind of clearer spot of weed. And also, I could learn at Pazza Lake, you know, by clearing the weed out, hopefully we'll turn the bottom over and get all the kind of snails and stuff off the weed, floating around and get the carp's tension. So yeah, it's been about enough action for me, but Sean's had 2 so far. He's had a 28.4 mirror, an absolutely stunning fish, and I think a 17 pound, 10 or 11 wood, something like that. So yeah, he's had 2. No one else has caught yet, but it's early days. So yeah, I'm thinking my middle rod could start producing hopefully tomorrow, and both my margin rods, now that I've kind of stopped casting around it, I found the area, I put the bait in there. I'm hoping, especially my right hand margin over there, that looks so good, especially as fish do tend to hang around in their big snags during the day if it's sunny. So I'm just hoping that kind of happens. So yeah, I'm looking confident. The temperature's really dropped now. It's probably about 6 degrees, 7 degrees at most. It's really dropped today, and you can certainly feel the nippiness in the air. Oh yeah. It's now a matter of waiting for the carp to come along and eat my bait.